Okay, dear Aries, this is your reading for December. You guys, fire and air signs had to wait an extra week, so I'm giving you an add-on. So this is for Jupiter, the luckiest day of the year, last Monday. Anyway, Jupiter speaking with the sun and in Sagittarius. Okay, so what this is where you have expansiveness available to you in this next year of Jupiter and Sag until next December. This is for this month, the Sagittarius full moon, new moon, the Sagittarius new moon, which is tomorrow at this point, at least in California. And then here is for the full moon. I'm going to draw one for Black Moon Lilith and one for the regular old moon at the full moon at the solstice in Cancer. And then your add-on. You have one for Chiron direct and one for good old Mercury direct. What is available to you as a cardinal initiatory sign, my dear Aries? And then any clarifiers. Okay, and make sure we're still rolling. Which we are. Maybe we want a little more light. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Aries. So I'm going to start with a card for where there's room for expansiveness for you. Ooh, look. Clarity and love. Okay. I'm going to, maybe I'll take those. That's what I did for Sag. So there's a way that you could refresh your most intimate interactions. There's a clarity within the self that can come to you with an ease that will allow you to feel both freer and, I want to say more stable. Stable is the word that's coming to mind. Yeah. Both freer and almost more like there is a firmament that you can rely on to your relationships. So it's a sort of clarity and stability in yourself that then permeates. This is available to you as a site of expansion over the coming year. Okay? One for the Sagittarius new moon. Actually, I want to use a different deck for this, which is happening in a couple of days. And, you know, as a fellow fire sign, I mean, this is a lucky moon. This is a lucky moment of integration and leaps forward. You have the Five of Wands. I read the Five of Wands as sort of outside, not necessarily outside, but all the sort of rigmarole and activity and, you know, conversation coming at you too in your days. So what people might need from you, what people might expect of you, or hope from you, those kinds of things. And also then just the things that you sort of, now I'm not able to think of quite the right word, but just sort of the matter of everyday life. And this is the other falling here. It's like a reshuffling of how you deal with that, which I think relates to what we were saying here, what I was saying here, in some way. So there's an ability to continually come back to this clarity, I feel like it's grounded like through you, like if there was a spine sort of in front of your body, like the tautness of that stability, you know, the muscles that help you stand on the earth, right? And that can be metaphorical depending on what your physical situation is, but you know, just that returning to the source that is within you, that is your heart, that is your flesh, that is your musculature, that is your soul residing there in your gut, you know, that it's, so you return to that, and it allows this firmament, and it allows any sort of busyness to not feel constrictive or like difficult and just overwhelming, but it's simply, it's manageable and even enjoyable. Okay, to allow the space to be in each moment as it occurs requires this depth of presence within every cell in your being, you know. Okay, this full moon coming up in Cancer, it's gonna be serious. I mean, it's going to be emotion. It's gonna be major, tidal. It's gonna feel like a welling. Black Moon Lilith, the Ten of Pentacles, Gabriella Mistral in this deck, the R Tarot. So this is, again, this is a really, talk about firmament. This is the ability to sort of have this dreamy life, but in physical reality. Think, just, I want you to have a meditation this month. I'm getting a little bossy with you, Aries. A meditation to think of all the times when actually dreams have come true. When actually, and this is your Black Moon Lilith, when dreams actually have come true. So Black Moon Lilith is a space. It's not a physical body so much as a space and a repository and a carrying, you know, and a ballast in a way, even though it's empty in some way. It holds us. And just think of the dreams that have come true. You know, sometimes we think so much of our lives as a series of disasters or traumas or difficulties. Think of the dreams that have come true. And I'm not putting that on you, Aries, that you think of it that way. I mean, I almost feel like it's a cultural thing. This popped out, so I'm going to take it. Oh, you got Two of Cups again. How nice. That's lovely. Okay, so again, that's the fullness, you know, love and interpersonal on earth, soul to soul love that is grounded in physical matter, that is so real and is the milk of our Milky Way. Look at you. This looks nice. Okay, Chiron direct. Chiron direct. And I was talking in the Sagittarius reading. I'm over the Chiron as a wounded healer. I'm like, we can have a healer. It's just, I'm holding space for. I'm sensing a healing and a healer and healers that are beyond any sort of reinscription of the difficult stories of our times and our history. Not in any sort of denial, not in any way that's a sort of denial, in this full repleteness of healing that can only come by actually facing and going through the reality that has been the pain, the injustice, etc. But there's something that just that can refill all those empty hurt places, that can I guess the word is transcend, but that sounds too floaty and abstract to me right now. It's just like, it is this sort of almost like I can't think of the words right now, but an instant sort of healing. Things can happen sometimes where, maybe it's been decades, and then you hear someone say something, or you realize something yourself, and it changes your perception of everything that's happened during that time. And those things can have varying emotional impacts, but and tones. But this is a quick communication and a quick resolution in some way within the context of what I've been talking about. A quick healing, a sudden, gosh, I can't think of the right word, but something sudden, a sudden healing, a sudden, like, just things, a sudden, I can't think of the right word, I'm so sorry. It's kind of, if I think of it, I'll put it in the description. But it's, just something that happens, and things are better. And then this, for Mercury direct, is a bit of standing your ground. Not in a terribly aggressive way, but in it, look at this little girl. Is she missing one of her shoes? She's had a hard time. She has. But she's standing her ground, and it's softening. These wands are not the most harsh of wands. It's almost like this Sunday mountain is melting away, and maybe she doesn't even really need to be holding her ground. Maybe all of these wands can fall and melt into a sludge of this sugar mountain, but there's something about communication here. This one is right before this one. I mean, the 7 and then the 8 of Wands. Things to think about with Mercury and Chiron going direct, and communication, and self-containment, but also firmament that is made in our interfacing with others. Okay, I'm going to get you at least one more. One for what's available to you as a cardinal sign. This is from the Mother's Wisdom deck. Aries. 2, 3, what? Okay, I can take them all as clarifiers. Mother Ming, just an embodiment and a gestation, okay, of life. So maybe of a new mode of life. Smoke. And it's an imagination, but it's the interplay of your own imagination and initiation with the elements, okay? And then Isis with her little boy. Again, so it's renewal and continuity. Within our activities and within our loves.